Welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Data center market to attract investments up to rupees 1.20 lakh crores in the next 5 years, says ICRA. The rapid digitization and favorable regulatory regime is going to propel demand for data centers. The Indian data centers market is witnessing healthy growth, primarily driven by large hyperscalers like Amazon Web Services, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, IBM, Uber, Dropbox, etc., who are outsourcing their storage needs to third-party data center providers. To cater to the increasing demand, Indian corporates like the Hiranandani Group, Adani Group, foreign investors like Amazon, Edge Connects, Microsoft, Capital Land, and Mantra Group have started investing in Indian data centers. Along with them, existing players like NTT, Control S, Nextra, ESDS, STT India are also expanding their capacities. Overall, 3,900 to 4,100 megawatt of capacity involving investments of rupees 1.05 to 1.20 lakh crores are likely to get added in the next 5 years. Experts say the favorable regulatory support, rapidly growing cloud computing, increasing internet penetration, government's efforts on digital economy, adoption of new technologies that is IoT, 5G, etc., growing needs of hyperscalers are some of the major factors driving the demand for data centers in the country. The sector is likely to witness a 5-fold increase in capacities in the next 5 years. In addition, the Government of India accorded infrastructure status to the data centers in the Union Budget 2022 to 2023. The IT Ministry has plans to offer incentives worth up to rupees 15,000 crores under a national policy framework for data centers. This includes an incentive of 4 to 6% if the components, that is IT hardware and power, are procured from Indian manufacturing units, and incentive of up to 3% for use of renewable energy. This will enable the players to get access to longer tenure debt to competitive rates and access to foreign funding through the external commercial borrowing route. The industry revenues are expected to increase at a CAGR of around 18 to 19% during FY 2022 to FY 2024, supported by increase in rack capacity utilization and ramp-up of new data centers. With increase in revenues and better absorption of fixed costs, operating margins are likely to improve and remain in the range of 40 to 42%. The key challenges for the sectors are increasing competitive intensity, which is expected to exert pressure on margins for incremental business, and large debt funding capex plans could exert pressure on credit metrics of the players. Between the two major services provided by the DC players, co-location services account for around 62% to 65% of revenues as compared to managed services, which accounts for 28% to 30% of the revenues. The upcoming investments are geared towards meeting high demand in co-location services. These services have higher operating margins due to shared resources compared to managed services clients. On the cost structure, power expenses account for 55 to 60% of total costs towards maintenance of multiple cooling paths and redundancy. Given the ESG consideration for most of the key tenants, DC players are also expected to invest in green power to meet their power requirements. Going forward, we can expect DC players to make substantial investments in solar powers. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. Samsung aiming for $356 billion investment with 80,000 new jobs. South Korean conglomerate Samsung Group unveiled a massive 450 trillion won investment blueprint for the next 5 years, aimed at making it a front-runner in a wide range of sectors from semiconductors to biologics. The investment plan would bring long-term growth in strategic businesses and help strengthen the global industrial ecosystem of crucial technology. The 80,000 new jobs would be created primarily in core businesses including semiconductors and biopharmaceuticals through 2026. Indian Railways awards 39,000 train wheels tender to Chinese company. IndianRailways has awarded a contract for supply of 39,000 train wheels to a Chinese company after deliveries from other countries got affected because of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. It is said that the tender for solid forged wheels was awarded to TZ Hong Kong International Limited. The place of manufacture of these wheels is Taiyuan Heavy Industry Railway Transit Equipment Company at Dengzi Street in Taiyuan City, Shanxi, China. TZ Hong Kong International Limited is the international trading arm of Taiyuan Heavy Machinery Group Company Limited. Snap's shares crashed its biggest 41% decline in a day. Snap Inc. tumbled as much as 40%, dipping below its initial public offering price after the social media company cut its revenue and profit forecasts as it struggles with a wide range of macroeconomic issues. Snap marketed its biggest intraday decline since it went public in March 2017, falling to as low as $13.55. In total, social media stocks were on course to shed more than $100 billion in market value following Snap's announcement. Snap will add 500 roles before the end of the year on top of 900 jobs already offered this year. Delhivery valued at $4.9 billion at its IPO debut. Shares of SoftBank-backed Indian logistics startup Delhivery rose as much as 7.6% in their market debut, giving the company a valuation of 379.60 billion rupees. Delhivery's IPO was subscribed 1.63 times earlier this month at an offer price set at Rs 487. The Gurugram-based company's services include parcel transportation, warehousing, cross-border and supply chain services to more than 23,000 customers and caters to popular e-commerce sites such as Amazon Inc. and Walmart Inc.'s Flipkart as its clients. UP Cyber Police busted fake franchise racket, cheating investors via fake websites. The Uttar Pradesh Cyber Police arrested a gang of 3 men that allegedly duped people by offering franchises through their fake websites of well-known brands and popular government schemes. The gang operated multiple fake websites of iconic brands, offering dealerships and distributorships to aspiring businessmen who dreamed of having their outlet of a well-known firm. The gang also cheated people by creating look-alike websites of popular financing and insurance companies. They also had many fake websites in the name of government schemes. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.